Good morning, all of you buff guys and gals out there. It is yet another episode of the Three Buff Guys, a journey from mediocrity to physical perfection. It's going to be a long one, but we are excited to be here today. A little later than usual, but we've had some technical difficulties. How's everybody doing today?
I'm just wonderful. Half an hour meeting with Bill Gates, but eventually we're there. So feeling good and looking even better.
Fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. What about you, William? How have you been?
I'm doing perfect, thank you. What about you?
I'm happy to be here. It's one of my favorite parts of the week. This is.
Same.
Okay. So I think we've had some good weeks.
I think it's been pretty good.
To recap, there we were back in September.
Yep.
There we were in May.
Yep.
I've got to get another picture because my hair doesn't look the best and your mother hates the socks. There we were in June, looking good. Since last week, I've progressed. I'm now more than 2,000 kilometers on my way towards America. Still need some numbers from you, William, and some numbers from you as well, Thomas. But we'll get this on there. We're making progress, I think, pretty much between us. So one of us is all the way there now.
Okay, yeah. Seems pretty good. Pretty good deal.
Okay. So looking back this week, let's start with me this week because I always go last.
Yeah, absolutely.
What went well this week? I have had a busy week at work. I've managed every single day, though, to go and do my exercise. I've been doing both work around the garden plus doing my walking. So overall, the week went well. Mm-hmm. We talked about good choices. I've made some good choices over the week. The big good choice was last night. As you know, I drink beer just once a week now, normally. So last night, no, it was Friday night. I definitely wanted to achieve a certain goal this week. So on Friday, I was offered beers by the neighbor, and I said no. And Friday night, there was no beer. And last night, I stopped at one beer. Even though it is so incredibly hot here, I could have drunk a lot more. I made wise choices. So therefore, I am feeling really good.
Terrific.
For me, last week's challenges, that didn't go so well. I met the daily step goal. I exceeded my daily step goal on the occasional day. I went cycling once for about half an hour, but I didn't do anything else. But I have been working in the garden. That's my little excuse for not meeting this week's goal. That's me. What about you, Thomas?
Well, this week. We're going to get into that in a little bit, but my step count, I'm very, very proud of. How am I feeling? I mean, part of this, I always love coming on here every Sunday. It really is the highlight of my week. There's just something about getting together with family and talking about these topics, sometimes not having the best weeks, sometimes having really good weeks, and just being able to share it with everybody. That I just love it. How did last week's challenges go? Went pretty good. I went and did the 1 hour exercise twice. That was yesterday and Thursday. Hit that treadmill and just watched my TV show that I watch. My steps goal.
Hold on a second. Wait, before we come to the steps goal.
Yes.
Treadmill. Did you do it under the cover of darkness when there was nobody else there, or did you bite the bullet and?
So I went pretty much right after work. There was one person there. They left shortly after I arrived, so I don't know whether they were feeling the same thing, whether they were feeling a bit of I don't want to be here. I want to be here by myself. But basically, what I'm trying to say is I didn't try and choose a time based on what I thought would be the quietest.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you managed 2 1-hour sessions on the treadmill.
Yeah, 2 1-hour sessions. What
You must have been soaked, absolutely sweat right through by the time you came off.
over here right now? It's averaging about 100 degrees. Next Saturday, it's going to be 106, which
Okay.
is 41 degrees Celsius. William and I did the math a little bit ago. It is sweltering. You open the door and it is like an oven out here.
Yeah.
And so yeah, just doing little things is just it's horrible. Oh, it's horrible.
Okay. So I imagine with it so horrible, you probably didn't meet your steps goal this week, did you?
Well, yeah, I don't want to reveal everything right now. We got a little bit of time in a little bit.
Okay.
Besides walking, walking is pretty much my go-to. At work, I do a lot of heavy lifting and moving around. But yeah, for the most part, I'd say walking is definitely the biggest.
Okay. All right then. Over to you then, William.
Well, fun-wise, I had a perfect week, very great week. The diet, well, that went down the drain a bit this week because I'm on
Okay.
holiday at the moment at a friend's place. So yeah, I'm looking forward to when I start work in 2 weeks. So I won't be able to drink as much and I'll be on my feet the whole day. So hopefully I'll get back on track by then.
So
But yeah, it's
your
been a
voice
very,
sounds a little bit sore.
it's just a tiny bit, just a tiny bit.
Okay.
But I think it's the heat. The heat dries it out. Um, but yeah, it was a
Okay.
great week. And I also met the daily step goal. And on Monday and Tuesday, I went an hour on the bike. But I'm drenched after the bike or on the exercise bike, so it's a really good workout. Bit boring, but I just watch a show while I'm on the bike. So yeah. What did you do besides walking? And I also went swimming every day here. So
Okay.
not much, but yeah,
That
very
doesn't
relaxing.
matter. I had the intentions this morning of going down to the lake and going for a swim. I didn't make it, but I made it up to the church on the hill yesterday, up there and back,
Wow.
and it was hot, 30-something degrees.
Yeah, it's
And
hot here too.
the strange thing for me is that when I lived in America, I hated the heat. I really, really hated it. But since living in Austria, I don't mind it. I went out at lunchtime today, 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, and it was 30 plus degrees. I walked, I think, 9 kilometers, and no problem. I came back and I was soaking wet, but certainly felt good with it. Okay then, so that was looking back on the week behind us. Today's topic, personal goal for July. So we're now coming up towards the end of June, 20th of June we have today. 21st episode, by the way. 21 weeks we've been doing this. And I was talking to your mum earlier today. I'm absolutely convinced that I wouldn't be where I am now if it wasn't for meeting you two every week.
Okay.
And yes, all right, William, I'll give you some extra praise and credit because I know that you like praise and credit. It was a wonderful idea you had.
Yes, but it was your idea with live stream, so.
Yeah, and well, the live stream is good because as you may have noticed up in the top left-hand corner, we have 2 live viewers now. So
Ooh.
welcome to you both. Hopefully you get something from this. We certainly do. So, okay, so personal goals for July. End of July is about 6 or 7 weeks away. What do you plan to achieve within the next 7 weeks? I can start. I'll give you both because I had the chance to prepare for this about 15 minutes before the show. So my personal goal for July is before the end of July, I will be standing on top of the mid-tax school either alone or with your mum. I'll get up early one morning and get up to the top of the mid-tax school.
Oh, looks like we
Yeah.
lost. Looks like we lost Richard. Just temporarily. He'll probably be signing in right away. Let's take over. William, I know that your microphone's off, Pa. So
It's
yes,
not working.
temporarily we lost Richard there for a minute. William, like Paul was saying, we haven't really had as much time to prepare for that because kind of sidelined us a little bit. What is your personal goal for July? Do you have one?
Hi guys,
Um,
sorry, technical problems here. Can you hear me now? Or
We can hear you.
but we see you twice.
okay, so which one do I take away? Let's keep that one. Now that one needs to go. Stream. Okay.
Don't know, because I start work beginning of July, so I'm hoping that I'll eat less rubbish or be able to eat less and be more on my feet. So I definitely want to lose some weight because, as I said, it's been very slow over the last couple of weeks. So yeah, I want to step it up a notch again. But I'm
That's not a
convinced.
goal.
Pardon?
Lose some weight is not really a measurable goal.
Or should I give you a number or what? How much I want to lose?
Yeah, 10% or 1 kilo or 5 kilos or something a little bit more tangible, because we've been doing so well. So yeah, we've been done so well so far. We should now start to make things more tangible.
All right, I'm gonna say
Start
5
the fitness
kilos.
school is tangible. I can touch that when I'm up there. I can send you a photograph, so you can definitely see that.
Right.
So put a number on it if losing weight is the goal.
I'm gonna say 5 kilos.
Okay. Let's just put that on the handy dandy noteboard.
I think at the moment I weigh 96 kilos. He's gone again.
And we lost him again. But like I said, he is still with us. He can still hear us. It's just one of those days today. 5 kilos. That's a big loss, William. I mean, I know you can do it. Wow. That's terrific.
I know too, but we'll see. We'll see how difficult it is.
For sure. It gets to that threshold though that the leaner you are, the more in shape you are. Losing and we've seen that with Pa. It's just the closer he's getting to his goal, the harder it is to shave those. I mean, the pounds or the kilograms off.
Definitely. I think my goal is 85 kilos by the end of the year, and at the moment I'm 96, as I said, at 6 point something. So I'm not sure how drastic 5 kilos is. Very difficult, but yeah. We'll see. And what about you? Have you thought of anything yet?
Yeah, I have. Currently, I'm down to I'm teetering between a 38 and a 40-inch waist. I can get into some brands on a 38, but most of them I'd say I'm a 40. I'd like to be able to get down to a 36 by the end of July, which I think is pretty possible. That's about 40 days away. So down to a 36, and I'd also like to start really doing some work on my man boobs, because my man boobs are really that's the spot of my body that I absolutely hate. There's just something about it. It's just I hate looking at them. Makes me self-conscious. So I'd like to, number one, a tangible goal, go down to 36-inch waist. And number two, I would like to have, by the end of July, a fixed workout plan that targets man boobs. And I'd like to have been working on it for a couple of weeks by the end of July.
Sounds like a great idea. Great.
I appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah. So, personal goal for July, I guess that's done and done. Pa, if you could hear us, if you could move over to the next slide, that'd be terrific. I don't know if you can or not. I know that this is, this might be annoying to some of the viewers. How do these guys not have their act together? But we are we're a home-based channel, and as such, sometimes things go wrong. We're talking on 2 continents and 3 countries right now. Well, 2 countries right now in this moment.
3.
Oh, we lost everything. These things go wrong sometimes, but that's okay. We just kind of roll with the punches. But it's pretty much. I can only
It's
carry
kind of
this.
hard with that presentation.
Yeah, it is a little bit. With Pa maybe of stepping out of the game, is there any way that you can take a look at your steps?
Just a minute. Send in this picture.
I kind of feel bad doing the reveal, but he's not here. He's been dropping out. So,
wasn't a bad week considering I'm on holiday at the moment, but altogether it was 67.
Back.
Oh, that's nice.
Cool. Technical challenges. So can you hear me or not?
A little bit. Yeah, you're good.
Okay.
We're about to do the step reveal, but all right, we can do it this way.
Okay, so where were we?
We finished up our personal goals.
Okay. What about this week's challenge?
Repeating them out. Oh, he's out again. It's one of those days, guys. I think we might have to put a pin in it on Richard's end. He can still see us, and I'm sure he can still hear us. So his weight loss. Oh my God! Look at that, guys. 99.6 kilograms. I mean, how can words describe how proud you are? Like, it's a wonderful thing. I don't know about you, but I'm starting to realize more and more that I'm not a kid anymore. Little things like I was watching a movie with Lily last night about this couple, and at the end of the movie they get engaged. I'm like, wow, I can't believe I'm already there. I'm starting to get old now, and I start to see kids, and their parents are my age, and I'm like, I'm not young anymore, and so no,
you are young.
I know, but it's one of those things. It's one of those things where there are a lot of people younger than me doing things in the military, having kids, putting themselves through school and working at the same time. I mean, a lot of people doing really incredible things out there. When I see this weight loss here, I mean, and this is from, is that January 10th. I'm sorry, your dates over there are weird. I see that as, securing almost your future. This is years that you get to spend with, with us, with maybe eventually your grandkids. I'm not revealing anything. There's nothing going on. I'm just saying it's a wonderful thing to see. It really is. I'm just, it just makes me happy. I'm really proud of you, Pa. Really, really proud.
How do you feel when you see those numbers?
Who, me?
Yes, you.
Okay, so you can hear me again. Great. Let's see. I've been, as you know, this below the 100. This has been elusive. I thought that I was going to be there about 4 weeks ago, and the fact that I've finally made it It was a very pleasing feeling standing on the scale. And once I saw it, I thought, great, that's closer to the 90. My first goal, as you know, well, the target was 95. 95 by December. And as soon as I saw this, I thought, well, 90 is achievable. If I can get from 117 to below 100, I can definitely get from 100 to 90.
That's true.
So I feel good at the moment, but it's not all about me. We're actually seeing the steps, shall we?
Sounds good.
I don't know.
So I've had I don't know why this guy's here, 19.4, but okay, let's forget that one. I've had a good week. I've managed this week 1 kilometer more than last week. So my average daily steps is 18,600.
So
yeah, go ahead.
is your stride getting bigger? Your stride must be getting bigger because you're doing it in less steps.
No, the reason for that is I use the Garmin watch.
Oh, okay.
And when I go out proper walking,
yeah,
I switch on the GPS.
Yeah.
So the more proper walking I do, the more accurate the kilometer count is.
Yeah.
If I were to not use, and this is why your Apple Watch numbers are very different to mine. Because when I use the Garmin, if I use the GPS, then it's accurate. If I don't use the GPS, then it takes a certain step count is pre-programmed, and then it calculates the distance based on the step count. But it doesn't matter. So I've done 130,000 steps,
Mm-hmm.
and my kilometers over the week has increased. So I'm feeling good about that. I see also that. Is this your latest one, William, or did I do a copy and paste wrong?
I think you did a copy and paste because that matches up with your last week perfectly.
Which one where?
The one just beneath your current one. See, it's 133, 244.
Yeah, you are right.
Mm.
And so, thank you. So, William, you've also had a good week considering the fact that you are on your holiday with, and I know at least one of the people that you're with, so I'm sure that you're celebrating heavily, and I'm sure you're working hard as well. But you've done the 10,000 every day, and so you're doing well there. But to the other buff guy, to Thomas, the one who said, was it last week? What was your commitment to this week? Your commitment was that you would do at least 3 days with 20,000, wasn't it? Or was it 2 days?
I think it was either 3 or 4 days at 20,000.
It definitely wasn't 4. I can go back through my notes. But what I see here, Thomas, this is phenomenal.
Crazy.
When you look here, your average step count for the week is pretty much 19,000. And your average step count for May was 14,000.
Yeah.
You've definitely got to be proud of yourself.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Well, no, don't appreciate it. Accept it, because you know what a sloth you were in December. For the whole of last year, you weren't exactly the most mobile of people, were you?
Well, no, not necessarily.
That's a no. And to go from that to this, and I know that a lot of this will have been done at work where you've got some air conditioning, but when it's 40-something degrees, no aircon?
Our aircon broke a couple weeks back.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So certainly, without doubt, impressive.
So is that the standard for the week ahead?
I'm going to try and maintain it. Actually, I enjoy doing it. One of the things that I've noticed is, I think when you set yourself higher goals, your original goals they just fly by so much quicker. My goal was 20,000 steps, and my minimum since starting this has been 10,000. So, hitting 10,000 is that's just a small little stepping stone on the way. It's easily attained.
What impresses me most about this is that in the past, William and I have noticed that you were doing your 10,000 steps from Monday through Friday.
Yeah.
And then on Saturday and Sunday, you were doing 3,000, 4,000 steps. So the fact that you still managed to get nearly 20,000 steps in yesterday,
Yeah.
that's impressive.
Yeah.
So, what comes this week? I missed the goal for this week. Who set what goal?
We didn't. Yeah, we didn't. We didn't set the goal. We figured we'd see if we could get back on there.
Whose turn is it this week?
Nobody's really interested in repeating the mile for some reason.
I wouldn't necessarily say that. I really wouldn't. I wouldn't say that at all.
When are you back in Vienna then, William?
I think on Wednesday.
Okay, so we go for repeat the mile.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so
Whatever.
this week's challenge: repeat the mile plus. Set yourself a challenge where this time next week, each one of us will be surprised.
What? Sorry.
Something where next week you'll say something that you did this.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I get it.
And the other two will say, what? Really? No. Something unpredictable. Something, for example, mountain biking up to Table Rock. That's something, or tubing down the river, the Boise River, or I don't know what it can be for you, William, but something really off the wall to bring a smile to our face.
All right, that seems fair.
Okay. Right, so Thomas, you seem to be tired now, so we've been talking for about 30 minutes. If you could see us out,
Yeah,
bring this thing to a close.
for sure. Didn't you have a last slide there? I saw.
I think this is the standard.
Wasn't there one of the? There we go.
Yeah.
We need to change this to a summer one.
Alrighty, guys. As you guys were aware, we had a couple of technical difficulties in this one. We're going to try and get those ironed out for next week. But we appreciate everybody that joined us today. It looks like we had 2 people streaming with us. Thank you guys so much for choosing to spend your Sunday morning, afternoon, or evening, depending on where you are with us. It means the world to us. We love doing this for you guys every Sunday, pretty much like clockwork, unless things like this happen. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Take care on my part. Make good choices and have fun. Goodbye for now.